ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुस्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। निधये सर्वविद्यानां षजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवत्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। अपारकरुणा सिन्धुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणं श्रीचन्द्रशेखरगुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्महम्। ॐ It's all chant. यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्र रुद्र मरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थित तद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः। देवाय तस्मै नमः, देवाय तस्मै नमः। ॐ श्रीकृष्णाय परमात्मने नमः। अथ श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता द्वितीयोऽध्यायः सांख्ययोगः। Let's chant the Mangala Shloka of Adi Shankaracharya. Om Jatasya Hit. Oh, sorry, we have to chant the shloka, right? Om Narayanah Parom Vyaktat Handavam Vyakta Sambhavam Andasyantaspi Me Lokaha Saptadvipacha Medini. Om. Now we'll chant Shloka number 27. Ravanha, please now. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityuho dhruvam janma mritasya cha tasmada pariharyerthe natvam shochitum arhasi.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityuho dhruvam janma mritasya cha tasmada pariharyerthe natvam shochitum arhasi.
Very nice, very good. Ardham Swagatam. So we are now in this portion of Bhagavad Gita where Bhagavan has given a summary of the Atma Swarupam, though not exactly like a typical Vedanta class. Okay, only when you sit in Upanishad class, it goes systematically explaining Atman, say Taittiriya Upanishad, right? It will take the Panchakosha Viveka route. It will tell you, you are not the Annamaya Kosha, you are not the Pranamaya Kosha, you are not the Manomaya Kosha, you are not the Vijnanamaya Kosha, you are not even the Anandamaya Kosha, you are Sakshat Param Brahma Tattvam. That's what Upanishad will teach very directly. That's why Upanishad is very powerful in explaining Atma Tattvam. Whereas in the Mahabharata, Kurukshetra war, Bhagavan cannot take Vedanta class, right? So he had limited time, and in that time, please see, you have to start thinking a bit. Bhagavan has used an incidental situation like a war, which means the person who is living now will no longer live the next second, right? You're understanding? The time difference between existence and extinction is almost nothing, correct? One bullet, like in present day, or one arrow, person is no longer there. And so Bhagavan used that situation to explain there is something that is within the body will not get extinct even when the physical body is getting destroyed. You understanding? Because that was Arjuna's main psychological problem. He stuck to the physical body of Bhishma, Drona, etc., etc. Like all of us, yes or no? I keep saying, should be very sincere in our Vedanta lessons, Gita lessons, correct? We are all very, very what? So connected with the physical existence that once some physical existence is no longer there, it affects our mind deeply. Yes or no? Correct? So in the beginning, Bhagavan actually revealed the highest truth, that in essence, you are not this physical body. You are not the Sthula Shariram. Actually, you are not even the Sukshma Shariram. Even that is also going to come and go, come and go. It is going to change, right? Your Sukshma Shariram is your mind, Panchaprana, all those things, right? And there is no guarantee, once again, we will be born as human beings again. So even that is going to undergo change. The Karana Shariram, cause also has got a lot of different effects in that. So you are the pure consciousness, what Bhagavan has highlighted, and we have studied all that clearly up to 25. 211 to 225 is one portion which is pure Atma Jnanam, Upanishad Saram, Sarva Vedanta Saram has been told. Now between 26 and 30, now note down how it's structured beautifully. Bhagavan wants to give us that knowledge which we also are vaguely aware of. It is not that what Bhagavan is saying from 26 to 30 is totally something we don't know. We may not know Atma Tattvam, yes or no? We may not know what Ashabdam, Sparsham, Arupam, we may not know all those things. But certain things Bhagavan is going to explain to us is fairly known. We also use it in our day-to-day interactions also. And what is that? Bhagavan is saying in sloka number 27. 26 we saw. What is 26 in the last class? What we saw? We saw that Bhagavan explained the fact that even if you are thinking that, see, what is Atma? Start from there. What is Atma? Atma actually means I. Write down. Atma in Sanskrit means me or I. Now, when you associate yourself with the body, then Atma becomes body. Correct? Raja Sagar. No. Follow what I'm saying exactly. Suprabhatam. Atma means I. Now, when your concept of yourself is the physical body, then Atma becomes the body. Okay? Some people are very fond of their body. They want to bodybuilding, take care of body. That means what? For them, body is everything. The body starts getting depleted. They do whatever it takes to bring it back to shape. Naveen V. They will do everything, right? That's why all the entire cosmetic industry is working for all that, right? Separate topic. That's the work kind. Please understand. Very fact is only for that only. Anyway, that is a different topic. Some people want to be of the mind, the thinking, the artists. For them, it is more about the mind, right? Mind that creates something that is artistic. Some people, it is intellect. For me, I identify myself as a scientist, as an intellectual who can bring new concepts, right? You see, great professors and all people who do research, no, they'll grow a very large beard. They'll spend hours together in laboratory. They may not eat, they may eat. Okay, they don't bother about physical existence, correct or not? Do they bother about how their looks? They won't bother, correct? For them, finding something new, their intellectual capability is what they identify themselves. So they are the intellect. For them, Atma means I am the intellect, correct? Right in the point? So each one identifies oneself with different aspects of their own entity, depending on situations or overall some concept. That is what is called Atma. Even in the Bhagavad Gita, the term Atma, the meaning will vary depending on the context. Atma means body, Atma means mind, Atma means intellect. So when it comes to it, I'll explain to you clearly. So in 26, Bhagavan told that if you think the Atma is constantly being born, constantly dying, that means what? Which is the one that is constantly born and dead? Constantly born is what? Body. Very good. Excellent. You're all getting into Vedantic track very nicely. So, Bhanumati madam, you have to say what the question is. So, he's also Gnani. He's got Gnanam, that is the body. Please understand. His Gnanam is body. So, if you think that Atma is born and dead repeatedly, Athachainam Nityajatam Nityama Manyate Mritam. Are you getting the point? Please understand 26 properly. Bhagavan is getting the common sense approach. They are starting slightly, combination of Dharma Shastram, some philosophy, some understanding, vaguely we study here, there, something, all that, and we use this term, what is called as Paropadeshe Pandityam. Write down. For doing Upadesha to somebody else, you got a lot of knowledge, you collect a lot of information here and there, and situation comes, you try to be very great, wise person. So Bhagavan is saying, if you think you are the body, also you don't need to worry. Because what? It is constant. What is dying? Oh, it will come again. So don't worry about it. Is what he told in 26. Now he is presenting the same thing in more clear way in 27. Yatasya hi dhruvo mrityuhu dhruvam janna mritasya cha tasmat apariharyerthe natvam shochitum arhasi. And you will see any commentary in Bhagavad Gita, anybody doing lecture on Gita. Tomorrow you also can do lecture on Gita. Kiran Goparajo, you can do. Suprabhatam. When you say this is a very famous shloka, Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityuhu. What does it mean? Death is certain for anyone who is born. Don't be worried. What is this, sir? You are talking about death and all, sir. I'm getting very scared. Nothing to get scared. I'm scared. Are you scared? Don't get scared. Whether you get scared or not, Yamasya karuna nasti, we say. Yamadharmaraja is not going to, sir, when the time comes, actually, if you are ready, Yama won't come to you. If you are ever ready, if you get Atma Jnanam, Yama cannot come to you. Atasya pranaha utkramanti brahmaivasan brahmapyeti. Na Balachandra sir, Bharadaranika mantra says, for a Brahmajnani, there is no travel. Only when you are eligible to travel, Yama can take you. If I'm all pervading, I'm Atma Jnani, Brahma cannot come near me because Brahma role kadayadantha. So get the Jnanam. Yama also won't come to you. So, but the fact is, if you believe and you are connected to the body, then definitely the body will perish. So, the extinction of body is certain for anyone who has got a body. You understand like that? Clear? Atmanathan Purida? So, that is very clear. Similarly, Sanatana Dharma, we believe, and you should actually first believe, then it will be what? You will understand through Jnanam that whoever passes away will be born again. Yes or no? Yaru ee lokadinda hortoktaro matte huttuttare. Right? They will be born again. Correct? But this is not so in other religions. That is a different concept. Let's not talk about it. But do you all believe or not? I'll tell you something very, very subtle point. We all say we are astikas. Right? Rajasagar, Suprabhatam. Very happy to see your children around. Excellent. Astika means what? Asti iti bhavaha yasyasaha astikaha. Asti iti. It exists. Asti iti. It exists. So, what exists? Who believes that this thing, what exists? Punarjanma exists. Punyam papam exists. See, the believer, the term believer is a derived word from asti, exists. Asti tivava astikaha. Please understand that. So, we believe, we are all called astikas. Opposite, what is the opposite of astika? Nastika. Very good. Excellent. Yalla, Sanskrit Pandita game. So happy. Sit on camera. Usha here. Here, see money. Yalla, everybody. Sit on camera. No, okay. Very good. So, Astikaha, Nastika. We are Astika. So, what we should believe? We should have trust in the fact that Vedas exists. Vedas are eternal. Punyam Papam exists. Punarjanma exists. Paralokam exists. Correct? Is there any proof that there is another loka called Swarga Loka? Can anybody come and explain to you this is what Swarga Loka is? Somebody can go to Japan and come and tell you Japan is like this. Everything is very, very small rooms, everything they manage. They'll come and tell you that. But somebody can say how Swarga is. Which is, how do you know how Swarga is? If you believe that Swarga is there, on what pramanam can you say? Vedas. Very good. Atmanathan, excellent. Vedas say that movies, Guru Swami sir, Vana sir, அதெல்லாம் கொண்டாதீங்க. அதுல காட்டுறதுலாம் இருக்கும். So Veda Pramanam. Yadi Veda Pramanam. Vedas are the Agama Shastram. Very good, Ramasubramanian. For very simply for you, that Swargam exists is being told in Kathopanishad. If you are interested, you can study next Upanishad. Enna? N.K. Venkataraman sir. Enna? Solrar. Enna solradhu? Swarge loke na bhayam kincha nasti. Na tatratvam na jaraya bibheti. Ubhe loke ubhe tirtva ashanaya pipase. Shokatigo modate swarga loke. What is swarga loke? Is explained in Veda mantra. Upanishad mantra says, Swarge loke nabhayam kinchanasti. There is no fear in Swarga loka. So Vedas are saying, so we should accept it. Natatratvam na jaraya bibheti. Nachiketas tells Yamadharmaraja, you have no control in that area. You got control everywhere. You cannot take people's lives from Swarga lokam. It happens differently. Tatra natvam. You know Sanskrit? No, it's very nice. Kuttipai, a boy is telling Yamadharmaraja, Tatra natvam. You are not there, says. Very good, Venkataram. No old age, no fear, no hunger, no thirst. And what? Shoka atigaha. They have gone beyond all sorrows. That is why the karma khandis want to go on doing a lot of karma and go to Swargaloka. Like all of us, when we are in 12th standard and after finishing engineering, some more work hard, GRE, TOEFL, everything, you go to America and think, everything be happy. You have to do really all work 24 hours a day. Venkataraman sir, correct? Exactly like that. Please understand. All of us, when in engineering, we think, oh, America means we see all the Hollywood movies and think, look at it, fast cars, everything superb. No, there is no sorrow at all. Everything is happy. So we'll go there. Yes or no? Am I right or wrong? Vandanaji? Correct? Let's accept it. After landing there only, this one is America. Correct? No, that's correct. So like that, Swargaloka is also because we are not, nobody has come back. No visitor from Swarga has come and told us. What I'm trying to say is that all these we have to believe. And so, when you are astika, you have to believe that what? After whoever is born, the person will actually die. And whoever dies has got another future. That is the beauty of Sanatana Dharma. The process of refinement continues till moksha. Write down. There is a chance for everybody to attain moksha. There is a greatness of Sanatana Dharma. Mahaparivaya used to say, Mahaparivaya Jayanti is coming on Monday. Repeatedly he used to say that this body has been born to attain moksha. He's told so many subtle things. I cannot say all that here, but please understand that the journey continues. Journey never ends until you get moksha. So Bhagavan is saying here, common knowledge for Astika that whoever dies will be certain to be born again. So death is certain for a person who is born, and birth is certain for a person who is dying. That means what? You see somebody dying, yes, you will get very emotional. But the real fact is the person will be born again somewhere. And that's why all the samskaras are done. Right? Like a send-off party, we send it off very carefully so that it's born again well in different loka or wherever the Sukshma Shariram has to go and manifest. So please understand, you all the formula you should know. Sthula Shariram, Sukshma Shariram, Karana Shariram. Sthula Shariram is only what is physical here. That will get extinguished when the time comes. And then Sukshma Shariram, Karana Shariram, the pair. We called it Siamese twins, right? It will continue. No, that will continue to the next life. So Bhagavan is saying, therefore, my dear Arjuna, whether you want it or not, believe it or not, like it or not, Bhishma, Drona have been born on one day. Correct? Date of birth. We don't know date of birth. Date of birth was there for them. They are destined to die one day. Please understand. When whoever is born will have to leave one day, correct? So, I remembered one other Subhashita, write down this. There are 5 things that are predetermined, they say generally, overall. 5 things are predetermined from an overall perspective as per the Shastras. What it says is that how many years you will live. Okay, what kind of profession you will do, Raja Sagar? Nah, what profession you will do? How much money you will earn, how much money you will retain. Then how much kind of knowledge, vidya, you will get, and how you will die. All these are sort of overall predetermined. Shastras say, Ayuh karma cha vittan cha vidya nidhanameva cha panchaitanihi srijyante garbhastasyaiva dehinaha. What a very powerful sloka. Then Raja Sagar, Sanskrit Tanjala, appreciate all these things. Ayuhu karma cha vittan cha. How many years I'm going to live? What kind of profession I will do? You can stand upside down. Some people cannot get into certain professions. I've seen so many people trying very hard. Ravi Puttarajan. They cannot do. But you know, when the Y2K was there, you'll be very surprised. Police inspector became software engineer. People who are doing police inspector, they come on, learn that Y2K, how to convert that code. I think a lot of people needed that Y2K manual work. So they all became software engineers. Karma cha, ayuhu karma cha, vittan cha. How much money you will earn? Not only how much money you learn, but how much money will remain with you. You make billions of dollars, but you may also lose penny in the process. Correct? Vidya, what kind of knowledge you will gain? Nidhanameva cha. When you will die, how you will die. All these things are what? Panchaitanihi srijyante. Very good. Venkat Setharaman. Excellent. Garbhastasyaiva dehinaha. When you are born itself, these are all decided. So Bhagavan is saying the same thing. The day you are born, you should know that one day you are going to live. So what Bhagavan is saying, these are things that are not under our control. Please understand. These are called, write down, very important, choiceless situations. In life, there are certain things that are choiceless. Correct? Huh? What are choiceless? Can you choose your father and mother? Okay. You can never choose your father and mother because it's choiceless. That's why one of my senior colleagues in my office told one joke. He used to say, you know what? You cannot choose your father and mother. Choose a rich father-in-law. So try to choose a rich father, you can make money there. No, it's all joke. Just a joke. But what I'm trying to say, certain things are choiceless. See, Vedanta you can study also with a lot of jokes. I'm doing all this so that you're all interested in the class. Understand this in a very, very nice atmosphere, right? No need to get very serious. That is a fact. Understand it. And this way you understand, right? Okay. So whoever is born is likely to go away one day. These are choiceless. So what do you need to do? While the message to Arjuna is that, you know what, anyway, Bhishma, Drona, the date is nearing, they will go away. In this situation, they are presented, so they will have to go away. So you have to carry out your job and they are going. Whether you kill them with arrow or not, one day they are going to go. Yes or not? You do your duty and let them go. That is the advice of Bhagavan to Arjuna. And what is advice to us? Because every sloka has got a takeaway from it. We have to be prepared. My Swami used to say like that. Prepared. Be ready, ever ready. Be ready. The physical body will never be permanent. But unfortunately, we only say this for others. That's why I call Pararopadeshe Panditya. When somebody has got a bereavement, please take care. God be with you. May the soul rest in peace. R.I.P. That's where everything short form. R.I.P. Take care. God is great. God will take care. When something closer to us happens, we start crying. When we face some serious disease, further problem. Sir, people are saying, I may not live for 1 more day, sir. I'm very scared, sir. Why? OMG. Okay. See, we are always good in advising other people, but when it comes closer, nearer and nearer, as Mahaprabhu used to say, something happens in Uganda, famine strikes, no families, scores of families get extinguished. We'll read news, keep it. Nearer, 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 comes to your city, comes near you. Same coronavirus happens in China, no problem. Happens in New Jersey, problem. closer to my street, bigger problem. Yes or no? Correct? Neighbor vantarna, we are shaking. Correct? Similarly, please understand, Paropadeshe Pandityam. Very, very powerful. We are good at advising other people. But when it comes to closer to us, you all know Yaksha Prashna. La Padikiram, Ravi Enji, Yaksha Prashna Gotala. Yen Prashna Keltane, Yaksha, Yudhishthira. What is the greatest wonder in the world? Yaksha's Yudhishthira, right? What does Yudhishthira say? People see that every day people are born and dead and many people are dying. But this person, everybody thinks I am going to be permanent. Shashvatam. Question one year about her. Correct? It won't affect me. Correct, Raja Sagar. The delusion we are in. If at all we are really having the knowledge that one day we will live and the consequence of what we do in this life, we have to face. You can do anything here, cheat people, cheat the Lord, buy the jet, everything you can do, and all the bad things you can cheat and go. But after this body perishes, there is a court of Yama. He will ask all the questions. You come and answer why you did this, why you did that. So there, the final judgment. Ultimate judgment. Judgment day. Say judgment day, no? Judgment day will come. And if you're really concerned, if you really understood this, see, today for us it is only external. That once it goes inside, that something is going to continue after this birth, and whatever I do, I am liable to face the consequence. I am responsible for my actions, for my punyam, my papam. I need to be in the righteousness. That if you are aware, then you look at life very differently. Because please understand, simple equation of Sanatana Dharma is punyam is equal to happiness, papam is equal to sorrow. Punyam is equal to sukham, papam is equal to dukkham. The more punyam you do, how you accumulate punyam? By following dharma. Sorry. So only when you follow dharma, you will be happy. But what happens? We try our best, or we don't even try. We try and get into dharma very easily. Write down another Subhashita. Punyena phalamichanti, punyam nechanti manavaha. Papasya palam nechanti, papam kurvanti yatnataha. We want the benefit of punyam, that is happiness. But we don't want to punya karma. We say daily do 3 times prayers, do all the punya karma, japam, dhyanam, puja and all. Sometime you spend on that, get some punya karma. And what is punyam, what is papam? Only Dharma Shastras will say. We cannot define. And we don't want to do punya karma, but want the phalam of punyam, which is happiness. Papasya phalam nechanti. We don't want the effect of papam, which is dukkham, but papam kurvanti yatnataha. I mean, we find ways and means to do papa. In the present world, all the internet, everything, how it is driving us. So beware. So what Bhagavan is saying is that accept this reality and make sure you do your duty. So message to us, message to Arjuna is your duty, carry out killing of Bhishma Drona. You don't have Bhishma, you don't have Drona. Correct, Priyaji? We don't have any problem with Bhishma Drona. What is the message of this shloka to us? As much as possible, do punya karma. Because after this physical body goes away, we only are creating our future. Please understand this very important point. Nobody is responsible for our happiness or sorrow. We are responsible for what we are today, what we are undergoing today. And the day you realize this, you will know exactly how to make your life the right way. Are you getting? LV sir, correct? Idukkum pramanam irukku. So pramanam is there. There's a scripture called Adhyatma Ramayana. Get a chance, please study it. Wonderful shloka is there. Sukhasya dukkhasya nakopi data. Paro dadhaditi kubuddhi resha. Aham kritasya hi kritapi manaha. So this shloka says, Sukhasya dukkhasya nakopi data. Nobody is responsible for my sukham or dukkham. If you think somebody else is the cause for my sukham or dukkham, even that is a wrong knowledge. Then what? I am responsible for everybody's happiness. Somebody says, sir, this fellow is nothing. I gave him the job. He got the money. We'll see. Even that is wrong. Swayam kritasya ghatito hi lokaha. Our own creation of our karma is creating our own happiness and sorrow. So please understand, if you believe in Sanatana Dharma really, if you believe in continuity of the jiva going to the next life, be responsible for your actions from today. Now. Time is now. And so, our great sages have put a wonderful timetable from morning to night. What is the minimum? Common minimum program. You say that, right? Venkataraman sir, when you got a set of people coming together for a party, family is like set of people coming together, right? You got a wife, children, and you cannot, everybody cannot be ideal, right? So you understand a common minimum program you put. These things all of us will do. Do 15-20 minutes morning, 20 minutes evening prayer, some japam, some puja, some bhajan, something. Let us daily invest. Boond boond banega sagar. Suddenly things won't happen. Keep on investing, and like the bank balance will increase, and then benefit will start flowing. This is the biggest lesson for us from this particular shloka. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityuhu dhruvam janma mrita. So be aware, there's something that is going to happen in the future, and we are responsible for our actions. And tasmat apariharyate. This is something that is choiceless. Pariharamna, you can find some solution. Can you find a solution to the fact that, no, I want to live forever? The fact of the matter is we are going to go one day. But can you find a solution to the problem? Kaya kalpam sonana. If you do kaya kalpam, somebody thought I live for eternity. Even that has failed. Nothing can work. So we'll have to face that. Therefore, nothing to worry. Please understand. If you got the jnanam, neither birth nor death. So what Bhagavan told in the beginning? What did he say? Ashochananva shochastam prajnavadam shabhashte gata sumscha nushocanti panditaha. Person with wisdom, people with wisdom will not bother about birth or death. Similarly, same thing. Birth, for people who are born, death is inevitable. For people who die, birth is inevitable. So these are choiceless situations. Learn to accept it. And means what? Learn to accept means what? What is it when you learn to accept it? Not just accepting it. You have to work towards a better future. We are creating our future. Please understand. Nobody is creating your future. We are creating a future. It is in you to make your future what? More beautiful. Olimaya, Olimayamana. The song is there, no? Edirgalam. That you have to create. Vinodji. Olimayamana Edirgalam. That create panna. Avda create panna. That is in you. So, car road, very good. Venkataraman. Car road, your own better future. That is in your hand. Now, Padavibhaga. Jatasya hi dhruvaha mrityuhu dhruvam janma mritasya cha. Tasmat is a very complex term. Apariharye arthe na tvam shochitum arhasi. So, he, because mrityuhu dhruvaha, death is certain. Mrityuhu, death. Dhruvaha means certain. You all know, no? Dhruva nakshatram. Dhruva was called Dhruva because he was certain to achieve his goal. You all know Uttana Pada story. There is no story. Bhagavatam, right? He was thrown away from his father's lap. So he said how to get to that place. So he went to the forest to do tapas and get back. You all know story, right? Dhruva, correct. Dhruva means certainty. He was very sure he will achieve the goal. That's why Dhruva means certain. Mrityuhu dhruvaha, death is certain. For whom? Jatasya. For one who is born. For one who is born, death is a certainty. Then, janma dhruvam. Janma means what? Janma means birth. Yeah. So, janma dhruvam. See, dhruvam is coming twice. Dhruvaha in the first padam, dhruvam in the second padam. So, janma dhruvam means what? Birth is certain. Mritasya cha, for one who is dead. And all these are applicable only to an ajnani. For a person who doesn't get moksha, birth is certain. NRS, na? So if you want to get away from the travails of rebirth, what should you do? NRS? Ippave ingiye, you should get moksha here and now. 𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐽𝐫𝐭𝐚𝐧𝐿 tathasathyamasti. Then nothing to worry. So for anybody who dies, birth is certain. Mritasya cha, for one who is dead, janma dhruvam, birth is certain. Tasmat, therefore, tvam, you, arhasi na shochitum, should not grieve. You are not liable to be a grieving personality for this which is, see, that which is cannot be controlled by you. Should we be worried about it? What does management tell you? Don't worry about things that are not under your control. Correct? Venkatesh, Bharati, correct? No? You are running an organization, you know that, right? Try to control things that are manageable. Uncontrollables, don't worry. Who knew coronavirus is going to come? Did any company do a business plan for coronavirus? Did any company do a business plan for Ukraine war? Did any company plan for this kind of inflation? Factors not under your control. So what do you do? Don't worry, try and manage as it comes, right? But certain things you know are certainly going to happen and still not under your control. And then your understanding, this is slightly different. Certain things in life happen without control. You don't know it's going to happen. But this particular thing is going to happen. Certainty of death is definitely going to happen. So what you should do, you should not grieve. Apariharye. Pariharye means the solution is there. Aparihar is inevitable. It is inevitable. Come what may. Come what may. It is inevitable fact. So you don't need to worry. So please understand. What are the lessons you have to learn from this? See, first thing is not merely you saying that, okay, sir, please take care, sir. Somebody passes away, you say, no, God is great. God will take care. You first, we have to assimilate this ourselves and see how to create a better future. Means that you have to apply this for ourselves first. What is it? Even the greatest people, right from Alexander, go back to Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu. What do they say in all the Puranas? In all the Puranas, all the Asuras pray to Brahmaji or Parameshwara and they'll do a lot of tapas. When the God appears, what will they ask? First thing they ask. What do they ask? I want very good Naveen. I want immortality. And what will Brahmaji say? Only that you don't ask. You ask anything else. Correct? Then they will say, I don't want to be killed by a weapon. I don't want to be killed by human being, not by animal, not that. No, keep on saying so many things. So Ravana forgot about man. So Mahavishnu came as man and devoured. Hiranyakashipu was even further smart. He said, neither man nor animal. Nothing can kill me. Neither weapons, neither day nor night. Allah combination he asked. What happened? Narasimha Avatara happened. That means what? We think we are smart. But Bhagavan is the smartest person. Please understand. Bhagavan is smarter than the smartest. So even for that matter, Avatara Purushas, Rama Avataram, Krishna Avataram, is Krishna amongst us now? Ramesh Venkateshan? Irkara? No, Krishna will be in your heart. But physically Krishna is not there. Even Avatara Purushas have to leave their physical body. So it's a very clear thing that we have to understand from common sense. We also see from common sense people coming and going, so you should accept. Then a lot of Veda mantras also say, okay, what this body is actually, please understand, a product of karma. Now I'll tell you something very philosophical. This body has come by my karma only. From my sanchita karma, all the accumulated karmas, one small part called prarabdha karma has manifested as this body. So my own karma has come here. Not somebody, it's only a situation, incidental, other factors that are all nimitta karanam. Right? They're all instrumental cause. Really, my karma only is manifested this body, and my karma, whatever I do, will become the creation of the future. So you adopt the right path, do punyam, you will get sukham. You get jnanam, you will get moksha. I told you, no. If you want to be frequent visitor to Yamadharma Raja, be an Ajnani and leave as an Ajnani. If you want to be, don't want to give work to Brahmaji, I told. If you don't want to give work to Brahmaji, get Jnanam here itself. So please understand, assimilate this. Life and death are intrinsic part of existence of the physical body. This is something that is inevitable, something that you cannot wish away. Don't wish away. Don't wish away this. Accept the choiceless situation. This is the important lesson from Gita. So don't worry about choiceless situations. That's what Bhagavan in short is saying. And in fact, if you see, most of the things in our life are choiceless. Correct? Nah. Children la kekrangala. 𝐈𝐦𝐻𝐸. 15 ವರ್ಷ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾತು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರಾ? That is choiceless, right? So there are very choiceless situations. So accept it and find, even if you go to a doctor for that matter, the doctor first will examine you. Trivedi ji, doctor देखता है, उसके बाद क्या बोलता है? Certain things I can cure, certain things you have to manage. Correct? Like diabetes and all, they say you have to manage through lifestyle. There is no cure for certain things. Certain things I cannot do anything. Doctor will say, हाथ उठा देगा. Okay, not possible, right? So for anybody, everything cannot be solved. So please understand, smart person will know what is manageable, you manage. What cannot, just forget it. So follow Dharma is what Bhagavan is saying. These are all choiceless situations. Clear, no? See, every shloka has got a message for us. The Upadesha of Bhagavan to Arjuna should translate into a message for us. That's why I say Bhagavad Gita gives us life lessons. It's a manual of life. So many beautiful pearls and gems are going to come out of different aspects coming out of Bhagavad Gita. So all these things we have to accumulate, collect in our mind and apply it to the right place. And that's why I keep saying, if you can by heart Bhagavad Gita, like our Pravaraha, Venkatesh Bharati, right from a marriage to any situations, even in a management meeting, you can quote Gita slokas. G.V. Kumar. Okay, let us make it a challenge now. We'll learn Gita, understand meaning of Gita, and wherever you go, you should know what Gita sloka to say. You will get that. Bhagavan has taught us so beautifully. That is the greatest of Bhagavad Gita. It is very, very relevant. Every step you are keeping, he is going to teach us, and this is one of the great lessons Bhagavan is giving us. Continuing, sloka number 28, please come. Sri Bhagavanu Vacha Avyaktaadini Bhutani Vyaktamadhyani Bharata Avyaktani Dhananyeva Tatraka Paridevana.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha Avyaktadini Bhutani Vyaktamadhyani Bharata Avyaktani Dhananyeva Tatraka Paridevana.
Very nice. Let us stand together. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Avyaktadini Bhutani Vyaktamadhyani Bharata Avyaktani Dhananyeva Tatraka Paridevana. One of my very favorite shloka. I keep telling this every day. See, Bhagavan is saying here, you know what, Arjuna? Beings, all the beings, all living beings are actually in the beginning in unmanifest state. So we are thinking only when we are born, we come into existence. Sundar Mama, correct? That small baby is existing as unmanifest. Avyaktam means what? Unmanifest in some other form, subtle form. Actually, the shloka is a continuation of previous shloka. Beautifully, Bhagavan is should say in Tamil only. Yes, wonderfully organized this shloka. So anything that is born is actually existing in unmanifest state. And that unmanifest state is getting manifested through this body when we are born. Bhagavan is underlying the continuum of the jiva. Continuum is a continuity. There is no end. Janma dukkham, jara dukkham, jaya dukkham, punah punaha, samsara sagaram dukkham, Tasmat jagrata, jagrata, continuous, like a wave. That's why we say samsara sagaram. In a sagaram, what? In a sea, in a Guru sir, waves Allah illa the. Can you say that waves should not be there? Can you say that? Just like waves are there, the continuous. Our life is a continuum. So the small baby you are seeing was manifest, unmanifest earlier. They're only manifesting now. Beings are unmanifest in the beginning, that is even before being born. Then what happens? For a small period of time, we are manifesting ourselves in this form. In this state, we have so much of ragam, desham, ahankaram, mamakaram, all those things. And what we do, I will tell you what we are doing. That's later I'll tell you. Then what happens? After this body goes away, we also go into an unmanifest state. It's not extinct. Extinction is pratyaksha pramanam. Pratyakshama person doesn't exist. Brahmavidya Ch. But even when we say this person has passed away, correct? In colloquial language, Radhakrishnan, what do you say? This person has passed away. That means what? Even in colloquial language, we say the person continues to exist after being so-called physically dead. That means what? This prana, whatever is there inside, pancha prana, manaha, antahkarana, our samskaras, our purva prajna, our dharma, dharmam, punyam, papam, all are mute, kattinde. We are going to unmanifest state. In transition, very good. In unmanifest state. And so please understand, it is a continuum. You are bothered about only the manifest state, which is for a short period. Please understand. The time they say, the time scale of unmanifest state is very large before birth. Similarly, the time for unmanifest after death is also quite huge compared to even 100 years to a person. Shatamanam bhavati shata yaf purusha shatendri. You can give 100 years. 100 is nothing actually. The time you are in subtle bodies, maybe thousands and thousands of years, once again thousands after in unmanifest state. Please understand, you don't know. Some people say you will be born again, some people say 50 years. You don't know that. That's because only Bhagavan knows. Brahmaji, Brahmaji is the biggest challenge. Brahmaji is the biggest challenge. Depending on the karma of the individual, he should make the person be born with situation, with conditions exactly fitting the person's karma. It is like giving the right job to a person in an organization. Has anybody succeeded? Has anybody found the ideal 100% job fitment for a role for a person? Nah, just like that, Brahmaji has to do it. Brahmaji is perfect. So please understand. So we are actually, so now you should apply to us. What is the message to us? We are unmanifest before we are born. We are manifest only for a short period of time. And what we do after this physical body goes, we go back once again into unmanifest state. So what is there to grieve? Because we look at the time scale of say 1,000 or 10,000 years. What does 100 years mean? Nothing, right? That is my cycle. So what do we do? So by punyavashat, please understand, don't be negative. Shastras say to get the human body is extremely rare. Out of 84 lakh Jiva Rashis, this human body is very, very, very rare. Durlabham trayamevaita daivanugrahahetukam manushyatvam mumukshutvam mahapurusha samshrayaha. Please understand, getting the human body itself is very rare. Sir, 85-year-old person says, nobody respects me. Nobody needs to say. Shastras respect you. Shastras say you done a lot of punyam. Mahata punya pandjena 𝐈𝐦𝐻𝐭 param dukkadaderghantum tara yavanna bidhyate. Lot of punya karma you have done and given it to Brahmaji and got this human body. Then what you should do? You should use this body to get moksham. Nah, what is this? Before this body is going to extinction, go and get that to that shore of Amritatvam. Then you are saved. Otherwise, what happens? It is like a person. You know what? He was actually cutting wood from the trees and selling it in the market. No, Seshadri sir. You are selling it for 5 rupees per kg. One sadhu came and asked, what are you doing? I'm selling this firewood. Sadhu said, no, this is sandalwood. Why? This is not firewood. What is the price of sandalwood? That he got the shock. Similarly, this human body is like sandalwood, much more precious than sandalwood. And what we are doing? We are spending it on unnecessary pursuits. And finally what? Finally, when the last minute comes, you think, oh, I had to do this, I had to do that, I didn't do that. No, I gave $1 million to that person, he didn't give the money back. And you want to tell your son, no, I told that person, I gave the money. You not have told it, kept it secret. All those things go into your mind when the person is going away. Nandavanathil oru aandi, adil nalaru maadamai, koyavanai vendi, kondu vandan oru thondi. They kuttadi, pottodai tandi. Anyway, please understand, we are existing for a short period of time. The smartest person will make you the opportunity to go higher, reach higher states of existence. It's possible only with punya karma, then jnanam. So Bhagavan is reminding us, this is a very short period. So make the best use of your life. Don't get bothered about small nitty-gritty things. Just leave it there and move on. What is the right thing to do? Don't get caught up in small things. Because we have the habit of dialing again and again, same thing, right? That person told me that day, he's still bothering me. I'm very wounded. I should take this back on that person. What is the point? Let go, NR, very good. Ego is let go. Correct. Let me tell you that. That is what letting go is. But letting go doesn't mean everything is loose. You have to have the goal in mind and attain that. Clear? Huh? So, Bhagavan is saying here, the manifest state is very small between two unmanifest existence. This also is something that is inevitable. So you don't need to grieve. So Bhishma Drona are going to exist. Bhishma Drona's body only for a small period of time. Even if you don't do anything, that will vanish. You do your dharma. So that people tomorrow will remember that Arjuna did his dharma. And they will not have any wrong understanding of what dharma and what is adharma. So what is the Padavibhaga for this? Avyaktadini bhutani vyaktamadhyani he bharata avyakta nidhanani eva. See, avyakta nidhanani eva tatra ka paridevana. Now, he bharata. Who is Bharata here? He bharata. Arjuna. Hey Arjuna. Very good. Excellent. Hey Arjuna. Bhutani, all living beings, what happens to them? Avyaktadini or unmanifest in the beginning. This Avyaktam has got a lot of meaning. If you study Vedanta in detail, the fundamental matter principle also is called Avyaktam. Fundamental Maya Tattvam is also called Avyaktam. So, Prakriti, Avyaktam, Maya, Vedantic way, Avyakta means matter, but here means unmanifest. The meaning is unmanifest. The fundamental matter principle, you are unmanifest. God is matter or not? For a minute, don't forget. The body is matter or is it conscious? The process, don't forget the fundamental understanding. The body, is it matter or conscious? Right. So, the matter principle that was there is the unmanifest form. It is manifesting now. So, fundamental matter, Avyaktadini, is unmanifest in the beginning. Vyakta madhyani. Madhyani means in between state. So, what we are doing is in between state. Madhyani vyaktam. In the in between state, it is getting manifested. Eva avyakta nidhanani. Once nidhanani means after extinction, after the body perishes, it once again goes into unmanifest state. I keep saying, right? Matter can neither be created nor destroyed, right? Subtle aspect of our karma will continue in the unmanifest state. Eva avyakta nidhanani. Nidhanani means not after the person is dead. What is the use of this supply? What is the use of this? Of what? Paridevana. Paridevana means grieving. Paridevana is not grieving. Tatra, over them. So, please understand, Everything is only a short period of existence. There's something unmanifest before, unmanifest later. So from unmanifest we come, we manifest ourselves and go back to unmanifest. From unknown we come, we exist as so-called known entity. To unknown we go away. If this goes really into your DNA, your perspective of life will be totally different. Today we are only hearing. Then we should listen. Then we should understand. Then this get into our intellect. Finally, good conclusion should happen. Then transformation. Long process. So Bhagavan is telling beautifully in front of us, be prepared. It's only a short period of existing. So we keep saying, all these examples. Like in a train journey. When you sit on some station, some people join you. And they go on doing some discussion, whatever, you can chat with them. Another station comes, they all go away. Correct? Life is like that. We are boarded a train of life. We are sitting in a compartment. Your wife, your children, your son, your relatives all come. And at their respective station, they'll get down. You are responsible for your life journey. You came from unmanifest. You are manifest now. All these things are seemingly incidental. Final goal is moksha, which you have to work for. Please understand. So, avyaktadini bhutani vyakta madhyani bharata. All these shlokas you have to commit to memory. Avyakta nidhananeva tatraka paridevana. So, don't grieve about this. Continuing. Wonderful shloka. Prabhara, please come. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. See, the meter is changing. Trishtup meter comes, means very important shloka. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Ascharyavat pashyati kaschidhenam. Ascharyavat vadati tathaiva chanyaha. Ascharyavat chainamanya shrunoti. Sutvapyenam vedana chaiva kaschit.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha Ascharyavat pashyati kaschidhenam Ascharyavat vadati tathaiva chanyaha Ascharyavat chainamanya shrunoti Shrutvapyenam vedana chaiva kaschit.
Together. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Ascharyavat pashyati kaschidhenam Ascharyavat vadati tathaiva chanyaha Ascharyavat chainamanya shrunoti Sutvapyenam vedana chaiva kaschit. So Bhagavan is going to say why. It's concluding now. Shloka number 29 and 30 are the final conclusion of practical aspects of Atma Tattvam. Before proceeding, something related to all this manifestation, unmanifestation. Some people have been asking questions. How do I make sure I can subscribe to the Brahmavidya YouTube channel? I want to make a quick 2-minute presentation on that. Kalaji, you are ready? We are going to walk you through steps. Because some people ask the question, we don't know how to subscribe to, because when we make updates on our YouTube channel about the video, you'll get immediately a message or some kind of indication in your device that one video has been uploaded. It will be good for you to subscribe to this channel. Kalaji, are you ready with the presentation? Yes. Okay. See, what you need to do is, when you go into Brahmavidya Foundation YouTube channel, you will get at the top right corner something called a subscribe. Can you see? Red color subscribe, you see that, right? And before hitting subscribe, you have to log into your Google credentials. You have a Gmail credential you should have. And then when you subscribe, if you hit the word, that particular thing called subscribe, then what will happen? Go to the next sheet. Go to the next one. What happens? Subscribe will from red, it will become normal. And it will then say you are not subscribed. You say now the red has gone, you see. And then there's a bell also. If you actually Guru Arpan's asked, when you hit the bell, it was not actually giving an indication. Now we have changed the setting at the back end. So you can go and hit the bell. It will give you notification when you subscribe to very simple steps. So what is the advantage of doing it? So when after the class goes into unmanifest state, it can manifest again when it becomes live again in YouTube. So it will help you to catch up with the classes again when the notification comes. So that we can also reduce our communication. You keep on sending messages. This now new video is there, karke. You can easily get it. And so please make sure you do a subscription to the channel. You get all the updates. Clear, no? Can 5 people say it's all clear? Clear, no? Right. Then we can remove this, continue this sloka. Very well. Ken saying very clear. Good. So now, what is Bhagavan saying? I'll take 2 minutes and close this sloka. What is Bhagavan saying? Okay, you can come back to normal mode. Ken, thank you. So please, all of you, subscribe to the Brahmavidya Foundation YouTube channel so that you get updates. What we plan to do is we plan to upload more and more relevant videos at frequent intervals. And we will not be publishing that through all your WhatsApp messages because many people get irritated. How many WhatsApp messages are coming again and again. Correct, no? You don't want to get irritated too much of WhatsApp messages. Best way is you will get a quick update or a message in your mobile or your email, and then you can then go and catch up with the lessons. A lot of interesting things are going to come. In fact, this particular shloka, why is Atman a wonder? Atman and Atma Jnanam is one of the greatest wonder, is what Bhagavan is saying in sloka number 29. And the special video has been uploaded already. We'll give you once again that indication. You can go and look at it. Anyway, we're going to continue the lessons here. We'll get more perspective. See, Bhagavan is saying here, in spite of me telling about Atman, you are Atman, Upanishad is saying that you are Atma, you are Brahman, your sages are saying you are Atma. In spite of continuously saying repeatedly also, no one is understanding this Atma. Yes or no? Nah. So we are not understanding. Atma is the greatest wonder. It is greater than the greatest wonder. 7 wonders is nothing in front of the Atma. Bhagavan says that the greatest wonder because when this subject is being introduced itself, Venkat sir, Venkat, you don't have an initial. You've only got Venkat. Maybe you can put an initial. Venkat with the red t-shirt. Okay. See, when you introduce this subject, when you go and listen to all these things through Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, it only looks like a wonder. People say, what? I am 𝐈𝐦𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐴 𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐴 nitya sarvagata sthanuhu achaloyam sana. I am eternal. I am immovable. You keep listening, but actually we are moving. You're actually moving. You're actually subject to a lot of vagaries, sukham, dukkham, but this says ananda swarupam. So when you hear it, it's like a wonder. Oh, am I really that? So people wonder. Some see Atma as a wonder. In the same way, another goes and tells somebody else. After listening Bhagavad Gita from these classes, they'll go and tell their friend, you know what? Bhagavan in Bhagavad Gita is saying that you are actually unborn, you are immortal. You are of the nature of eternality. All the 10 commandments. You want to quickly go to the 10 commandments that we summarized. Atma is, when you say Atma Nityaha, you are Nityaha, you are Nityaha, you are Nirvikaraha, you are Satyaha, you are Sarvagataha. I'll give you the English meaning. You are eternal, you are changeless entity, you are the truth, existence principle. Really, epitome of consciousness. You are all pervading. You are actually one. Ekaha, Sarvagatatvat Ekaha. You are immeasurable. Sir, they're measuring height and weight, sir. But actually your real nature is immeasurable. You are neither the doer, akarta, abhokta. You are not even the person who is encouraging somebody. You are not even the person encouraging. Akarayita. Niravayamaha. You are partless. And you are achintyaha, incomprehensible. Even though we say all these things, you will go and tell another person, what? All these wonderful things they are telling about me, it seems. Actually, I am not that they're telling all this about me. So, it is still a wonder. Yes or no? Correct. It's wonder. It looks like a wonder. Wonder. Then the person who's hearing, oh, wonderful things you're saying, looks like it's only a wonder. So, there are people who see it as a wonder, people who talk of it as a wonder, people who hear of it as a wonder. Still, after doing all these things, Bhagavan is saying, in spite of all these things, nobody understands this Atman. Right? Nobody understands his Atman because I'll tell you, I'll give you a trick today. Give me 2 minutes. I'll tell you the trick. The trick to understand Atman, I'll reveal to you. Next class, I will explain in detail. Very important shloka. I'll go in more detail. Our mind naturally has got this approach to objectifying anything and everything. Rangaraj doctor, correct? Even when you are doing your medicinal science, you have to make it an object. A tumor no object, correct? Something is there, object. That object has to be managed, correct? So our mind is what is called as objectification orientation. Right? A very important term. Anything you say, we want to objectify it. So when you say Atman, what we are trying to do, we are trying to objectify. Oh, it is circle, square, round, this color, this like a flame, like this, like that. Once you start that thought process of objectification, you can never arrive at the Atman. So, the objectification approach which we use in our day-to-day life will not work for Atman Jnanam. That is why example of two classic examples are given. What are they? Space and light. Akashavati. Very good, Pavitra ji. Prakashavati. Write down. In Sanskrit, you please write down. Because you only do English, sometimes it's not that. That revelation is not very powerful in English. Akashavati, like Akasham. Prakashavati, like light. See, even light has been made into particles. So some scientists will say, sir, light is also particles, sir. Correct? Light is a particle or a wave. Big things, theories are going on, right? Initially the wave, then became particle. Once again, it is both and neither, all those things. So space, keep it space. Just like space, can anybody objectify space? Space is objectified by the upadhi. By what? Suppose I am in a square room. Space looks square, correct? If I'm in a circular place, the space looks circular. Space doesn't have any form of its own. Space doesn't have any color, no shape, nothing, right? If space itself, that is why we say in our heart, there is a space in the heart called Hridayakasham. Write down, very, very subtle point. It's a space in the heart called Hridayakasham. So, when you learn to meditate on the space within your heart, which has got no form, no shape, no color, no taste, nothing, you are taking the first step towards understanding the Atman. That's what Taittiriya Upanishad says. What? Brahmavidya apnoti param tadesha bhyukta satyam jnanamanantam brahma yo veda nihitam guhayam parame vyoman. Vyoman means space. Write down. Vyomni. So who can realize? He who understands that this consciousness which withdraws when you are asleep into the cavity of the heart actually understands the Atman. Very good, Venkataraman. Space in the cavity of the heart. So, Hridayakasham it is called Hridayakasham. Oh, the Mahakasham is actually Hridayakasham. So, you have to start thinking of the, Achintya, it's not comprehensible, but something similar to space. So, more and more you are trying to comprehend or trying to get a grasp of what space is, more you'll understand it is incomprehensible. And that is the way you'll understand the Atman. So Bhagavan is saying here, everybody either sees it as wonder or what? Talks of it as wonder, hears of it as wonder, but no one really understands. But what we should do? We should understand the Atman. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. How is it possible? When the mind is purified, please understand, Susanskrita Guru Upadishta Manaha, that mind which has been purified and which can, with reverence, Shraddha Bhakti, listen to the Vakyam, Vedanta Vakyam, Vedanta Vakya Vicharam through the Guru, you learn systematically. Here and now, you can comprehend that what? Aham Brahmasmi. I am that Atman Brahman. You'll understand. And what? After that, what? Nandati, Nandati, Nandatyeva. Yogaratho va, Bhogaratho va, Sangaratho va, Sangavihinaha. Yasya Brahmani Ramate Chittam. Yasya Brahmani. Brahman Atman, one the same. Ramate Chittam. Nandati, Nandati, Nandatyeva. So Monday, a very important day. Anusha Nakshatram, or Mahapariva Jayanti. So let's all pray the great Mahaswami that here in this birth itself, we all are bestowed by his grace to get Atma Jnanam, make this life fruitful, and not only you should be happy. I say, distribute happiness to everybody. Yam Petra Inbam, Perigayum Ayagam. These prayers will conclude today's class. Keep thinking. Sindhane say maname. Then only the Jnanam will come. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Tatsat. Krishna 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 Krishna. Shubhamastu Samasta San Mangalani Bhavantu Satyayeta. So we'll meet again next Thursday and continue the wonderful shloka. We'll continue next. Okay. Hari Om.